When we decide to change our lives, excitement takes over. We set massive goals, working out for an hour a day, reading 50 pages a night. Trying to adopt a massive new behavior all at once is like trying to jump to the top of a cliff. You hit a wall of friction, exhaust your willpower, and slide right back down to where you started. To avoid that wall, we need to reframe how we look at behavior. This diagram maps out how our days actually unfold. Your daily habits are like entrance ramps to a highway. They are small, decisive choices that lock you onto a path, shaping the actions you take for the next several hours. You cannot rely on sheer willpower to force yourself up a vertical cliff every day. The only sustainable way to build a productive routine is to focus entirely on mastering that very first node, the momentary choice that gets you onto the right entrance ramp. That brings us to the 2-minute rule. The rule states that whenever you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. Looking at this page, we can see exactly how to apply it. Read before bed each night shrinks down to read 1 page. Run 3 miles becomes tie my running shoes. You scale the overwhelming challenge down into a highly achievable micro-action. It might feel silly to get hyped about reading a single page or simply putting on your shoes. But the purpose isn't to do one tiny thing forever. The purpose is to master the habit of showing up. A behavior must be established before it can be improved. You have to standardize before you can optimize. Taking the smallest action confirms the type of person you want to be. Doing 1 push-up makes you someone who doesn't miss workouts, and building that identity is far more important than the output of your first day. To find the right starting line for your specific goal, map the behavior on a difficulty scale. This table breaks down the process. Take the top row. Running a marathon is very hard. Running a 5K is hard. Walking 10,000 steps is moderate. And walking 10 minutes is easy. But we want the very easy category. That is your gateway habit. Putting on your running shoes bypasses all mental resistance because anyone can do it. Once you complete that gateway action, you have momentum. You are already in the correct mindset, and the more challenging steps naturally follow without the friction of trying to start from zero. Now, you might think this is a trick. Your real goal is a 60-minute workout, so doing 1 push-up feels like you're trying to fool yourself. If it feels forced, there is a strict solution. Do the action for 2 minutes and then you must stop. You study Arabic, but only for 120 seconds. That time limit isn't the warm-up, it is the entire goal. One reader used this exact strategy to lose over 100 pounds. He went to the gym every day, but he was strictly forbidden from staying longer than 5 minutes. He would exercise for 5 minutes and immediately leave. By enforcing a hard stop, you remove the pressure and exhaustion associated with the ultimate goal. After a few weeks of this, you naturally start thinking, I'm already here, I might as well stay a little longer. You trick your brain into desiring the work instead of dreading it. Once that 2-minute action becomes an automatic reflex, you are ready for habit shaping. This is the process of carefully scaling your routine back up toward your final target. You advance to the next intermediate step on the staircase, but you keep all your mental energy focused solely on starting that first 2-minute phase. Let's test this out. Pause the video and map out the 5 phases of habit shaping for the ultimate goal of waking up at 6 a.m. Remember, phase 1 must be under 2 minutes. The crucial rule here is that you should never increase the difficulty until your current phase happens without thinking. Waking up early starts the night before. Phase 1 is simply be home by 10 p.m. Then shape the habit. Phase 2, devices off. Phase 3, in bed. Phase 4, lights off. Finally, phase 5, waking up at 6 a.m. Here is your complete system. Step 1, downscale your goal into a 2-minute gateway habit. Master the art of stepping into the cab.